Hello, I'm Clyde with PT3D, and today I'm going to talk to you about a product that they recently reached out to me to do from Amazon. This is the 3D Mate. I will have some information available in the links below, so I will post that. But for now, I think we should get started on exactly what's in this box. Are you ready? Let's do it. Okay, so this nice little container just kind of pops off, and I've used this already, just so you know. But what it's nice for is that you can actually store it right inside. So let's get you a little bit better view so you can see what we're going to do. What's cool about this is that it has a bunch of shapes that you can use for building different projects. It's even got some measurements on the sides. It's got some nice triangles and some less defined meshes that you can be a little bit more flexible with. You can also use the parts that are painted as a spot where you can actually just kind of freehand. So, and again, some little bit of detail right here, just so you can see that. This is their information right there. So just pause it and visit their website. You can also find it on Amazon. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you real quick kind of what it does. Okay, well, first off, I'm going to kind of just do this, get some of this filament out of my pen, because I was using white, and white is not going to show up. But what you can do is, if I wanted to start with this little shape here, I could push it right inside if I wanted to square. And it's cool because it gives you a little bit more precision in terms of like shapes and stuff. And I really like that. And it doesn't take long to cool. And as you could probably tell, I'm not melting this mat because it's like a silicone mat. I actually was trying to do this on one of the cutting mats at one point, and it didn't work out so well because my pen was actually melting the surface. So here you go. So let's see if it's cool enough. It cools off pretty quick in here, and then once it's cool, you just kind of grab a hold of it, or you can bend it so the part actually releases, and then poof, there you go. So now you've got a really kind of rigid piece that is a specific dimension, which means you can actually repeat this multiple times if you really want to. So what you could do is you could just kind of goop some in there. And if you wanted to do this and make it repeatable, you can do that. Also helps if you are proficient with a 3D printing pen to begin with, which I admit that I am not as good at this as I would like to be. But this definitely has made it so I've been wanting to do more with it. And I goofed. I stuck a little to my tip here. So, but I gotta tell you, it's like when they asked me originally if I wanted to take a look at this, I was like, well, you know what? Why not? Because it's not outside of what I do normally. I mean, I primarily do stuff with 3D printers, not 3D printing pens. But I was like, you know, I'm good with it because my kids really love this. My daughter especially has spent hours and hours with this mat, and she actually really loves it. But she didn't want to do a video, so I'm not going to make her do that. But yeah, what you could do is, like, if you're going to make a box or something, you can just kind of fuse it together. Sorry, I have less than great fingers for this. And then you just kind of let it sit there for a second. So now I've got, dimensionally, it's the same. because I've done the same process more than once. So we'll do this one more time. And again, flow matters on the pen. So but it's got this nice little groove that you can work the filament right into. And if you're more skilled at the using a pen than I am, you can get this pretty darn consistent and flat if you really want to. Be a great project for doing like one of those bridge projects that, you know, some of us may have been doing out of like toothpicks or something like that when we were kids. And you could actually do your own built bridge project using stuff like this, because then you can make your own, you know, girders and what have you with it. So like I said, it is absolutely fun. And the silicone mat itself is very resistant to well, pretty much anything I put it through. So, but yeah, so here's basically, I mean, you can do whatever you want. You can do this a lot cleaner than I can, I'm sure, especially if you have practice. I was more interested in seeing what my kids thought of it, and my kids really love it. I've done a couple things on it just because I thought it was cool to be able to do, you know, like just the amount of detail that this allows. It's almost like, well, it is. It's like melting plastic into a mold, you know, into a silicone mold. And then you get that real crisp, clean edge on the other side of it. My pen is not heated up enough. Just give me 1 second to get my temperature back up there. There we go. That should work better. When you hear that clicking in your pen, it means you're extruding filament faster than it can melt. And the little motor that's pushing the filament isn't happy with you. But yeah, I've got the tip laying right down on top of the mat, and I'm just letting that PLA goodness just kind of flow right in. And we'll do one more right across here just for fun. Yeah, and I skipped a little. And I'm using blue filament because I didn't think the white would kind of show itself very well. You can mix and match colors, well, whatever colors you have for a pen. I use a lot of my scrap stuff because, you know, I run machines, so I end up with a whole bunch of ends and stuff. But I mean, look at that. That's just fantastic. I mean, like I said, if you really squish that filament in there really good, trying to show you, you get really, really, you know, crisp, you know, radius on this, and it's repeatable. You could do it every single time. So, yeah, anyway, let me try to get this up here. I love it. So, yeah, please consider going to the 3D Mate, you know, get one of these if you're concerned about it. I like it. And I'm pretty sure you will too if this is what you're into. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.